Hello and welcome to the first episode of Loresworn After Dark, where we play video games at night and drink various
alcoholic
fermented
beverages.
Yes.
Yeah. This is all about. This show is all about enjoying what we deem to be classics, or games that have added something to the industry. And
yeah. We were originally going to do like horror game focused, and we are starting with SOMA, but we're not going to keep ourselves exclusively to horror games. We're just going to play games that have a strong narrative that we feel like we can
talk about at length.
Yeah, we can have a conversation about while we're playing them, and anything by Frictional, Amnesia, Penumbra, Soma, always a great candidate for that. Yep, doing more of a Let's Play style, more of a commentary review style than our Loresworn live stuff, since obviously there's not the audience factor, and I think that you guys are gonna like it.
This is gonna be a lot of fun.
We're gonna bring it down a little bit. We're gonna bring it down.
We're gonna bring things down a little bit with one of our personal favorites.
Very smooth.
You
It's
see,
like smooth jazz.
that electronica remix in the background
Yeah.
is OST track number 2 in the Soma soundtrack.
Pitch-shifted white noise that's supposed to give you a feeling of unease right from the start of the main menu.
And as we see that pixelated white girl off to the right, is supposed to fill you with impending dread at the gaming experience you're about to undertake.
Floating particles. That are...
Without further ado, cheers.
Cheers.
I am drinking a Red's Apple Ale.
And I've got nothing fancy this time. I might be drinking some weird beers in the future, but I've just got a good old 90 shilling ale from Odell's Brewing right here in northern Colorado.
Loresworn After Dark.
All right.
Episode 1.
Starting a new game. It's okay to overwrite my last save because I believe it's...
And we'll do our best not to talk through story critical stuff.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely let you hear what the characters are saying unless it's just not important. Starting us off with a Philip K. Dick joke, or Philip K. Dick quote.
There you go.
Dick jokes. That's what Loresworn's about.
I think you're bleeding.
Oh, that's nothing. It's just my brain can't stop bleeding from the accident.
I feel like I've ruined the tone already.
Here, take this.
No, that's for later, for the scan.
It's green.
Ashley, I need to tell you something.
Simon, please don't make this weird.
No, it's not like that. Why now?
Who's David Munchie?
Why is there never enough time?
For what?
Christ.
All right. So.
Yeah, I'm up.
Hi, Simon Jarrett?
Yeah, that's me.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan. I remember.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a bad dream. Are we still on for today?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to remind you to drink the tracer fluid I sent you. It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got it somewhere.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon.
David Munchie, no relation to the word-devouring superhero of the late 80s, early 90s, Muncher.
That's an obscure pull right there.
I know.
So
that's how we do.
Crappy apartment here.
We do. One of the things I want to point out
The tracer fluid.
immediately that I really enjoyed is notice the color palette here. It's vibrant while at the same time being oppressive. Like the clutter, the set, I think dictates the right tone here, but at the same time we see we are very much still safe in a man's apartment.
Yeah, although I think when I first played this, I was still expecting something to jump out at me from like moment one.
Well, amnesia conditioned you well.
Yeah.
Homeboy's mail.
Got some keys, yeah. To-do list. I love the little environmental storytelling they do.
I agree.
Remind Jess, pick up meds, and flowers for funeral.
All right.
So we can tell by just by how they've positioned things in his apartment, this guy isn't really taking care of himself well. He's
No.
kind of sloppy. he's just been, you know, eating prepackaged food and stuff.
Existing, one could say.
They even let you interact
Fast
with
food.
the environment to gain
something healthier on my way home.
more story, which is always an interesting aspect of how they do.
That's a
things
wonderful
in Frictional.
immersive touch.
There's also a lot of foreshadowing in this apartment. If I can find it. Oh, we've got a message on here too.
Hey Simon, it's Jesse. You working this weekend or what? I knew there was something you were doing. Was it this weekend or next? Anywho, just shoot me a mail or something. Love you, miss you, mean it.
I'm actually curious. I've never read what this
that guy has
says.
the memory of a goldfish. I even sent an
Ombra
email to
della
remind him, didn't
Serra
I?
Volterra. I assume it's some kind of award.
It looks like a trophy to me.
Yeah, I don't know what for.
Some sort of distinction.
Yeah. See if I can put it back. Nope. I was gonna say, let's see if I can put it back without dropping it. So this is some of the only sunlight we will
Summer's coming.
experience in this game.
Hope it's a good one.
But yeah, we've got this book about mapping mines, but even more interesting is...
So we can tell that massive recoil.
Yeah.
We can tell that this guy is struggling with some brain-related problems.
Somewhere in here there's a book, though, and it's like a fantasy book about, like, sea monsters or something. I don't remember where it is, but I found that to be, like, a very interesting bit of foreshadowing. He's been in the hospital, so we're learning who we are little by little here. He's been drawing his character here. I don't think we'll read through all of like the text stuff because that's just not gonna be.
We'll leave it up on the screen for a few
Hit send.
seconds so you can
Yeah.
click pause and...
If you haven't played the game before, there is quite a bit of story delivered this way. But let's go ahead and send our email that
Better
we need
late than never.
Saturday off. Just take a look at some of these pictures too. This is, I guess, supposed to be us and Jess. It's probably the only time you actually see the character you're playing as in the entire game.
Indeed.
I believe, anyway.
He's
And-
a fantasy fan?
Yeah, I think he works at a comic book store. Is actually the
Very good.
story here. So we're gonna grab the tracer fluid, not hang around here for the entire stream.
Wherever the tracer fluid may be. It changes, actually.
Oh, does it?
It does.
Because I was gonna say it was here. The first and only time I played through.
So we
The
check.
entire
You
game.
just got to check through some drawers. I like that too because it's almost like illustrating that
Yeah.
he's not the most organized person.
Cinema Variety. That is very interesting. Oh yeah, this is talking about the car accident
That
that presumably
woman
killed
he had some feelings
a
for.
woman who was important to him. That's all we ever really learn. It never goes more in depth than that. Tracer fluid.
Maybe bedside.
I did not know that moved around. That's okay. Yeah, there's the book I was talking about.
Hooked.
Yeah. Well, it's around here somewhere.
There it is.
Aha.
No idea why he put it in with his dishes, but
Yeah.
just not an organized man right now.
No.
Feels like milk, but the taste, it's like sucking on a penny.
Most medicine,
Maybe TMI.
most medicine doesn't feel good.
No, it really doesn't.
I'd say I feel confident in.
So this is the slow build here.
An effective fiction tool.
It is. They want you to have just enough time to start feeling like you might feel safe before shit goes down.
Now here's a question for you. Do you think this is, I don't remember, do you think this evokes Bart or New York?
Oh, I think it's supposed to be Toronto, actually.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Jesse,
Hey Simon,
I got your email. Just wanted to wish you good luck and let you know I got you covered.
Thanks. I should be able to come to the store after the scan.
Don't sweat it. I got Matt and Chris helping me out.
Maddie from SNL?
Guess you didn't hear? He's coming in full time, working the comics section.
That's Ashley's job.
Yeah, well, you know.
Forget it. Not doing her any favors by leaving an empty spot. Not like she's coming back.
Well, good luck. Hope they find a way to reverse the whole, you know, dying thing.
Dying thing? You're the worst support ever.
What should I say?
I'll see you later, Jesse. Don't burn the place down while I'm gone.
Over and out, buddy.
Find me in a vote booth. All a big setup.
And as one more piece of atmospheric flavor, we have the
Crazy.
homeless gentleman speaking to himself on
Yeah.
the subway.
It really would not be an accurate subway ride without that.
It really wouldn't. I rode Bay Area Rapid Transit to law school every day, and
Yep.
I will say that was a feature of, I want to say, 80% of my rides.
Yeah, I remember...
Hello? Dr. Munchie?
So here we've got the office,
Where
which
is
is
everyone?
supposed to
Thought this place would be
seem...
busy.
Yeah, it's definitely Toronto.
There you go.
Supposed to seem empty and make you feel uneasy. So they're
It
kind
is.
of... They're easing you into this mindset of there's something weird going on. You've got this scary kind of
Something
clown
weird
painting here.
that either desperation, naivete, or both, our main character here is still sucked in.
We've got a hole in the ceiling that evokes something might jump out at you, a severed cord. You know, it doesn't look like anyone's been here.
This office looks unfinished.
It makes you wonder, you know, what exactly is going on. Where is everybody?
This office is unfinished.
It really is it's a very well-paced game for sure. Lockdown. What is it? Where's the thing? I'll leave a note or something in case we forget. It's funny that they're making fun of other video games where they say I'm not allowed to repeat the code in emails or texts, which is like that's usually where you find door codes in every video game. There's a USB stick. God.
So at least we do see here that Mr. Munchie is Dr. Munchie is credible.
Yeah,
He
which-
shows up in journals.
2501, I think.
Yep.
Is what that says. Yeah.
But as we can see here, this isn't exactly like a slick medical operation being run through a hospital. This is privately funded
And then
more than a
this
little sketch.
is brilliant. Press and hold shift while moving to run, which suggests that you are going to be needing to run from something in the very near future. That had my hackles up the first time I played this game. And then you got the dark office in here, and some kind of weird equipment thing going on.
Yep.
Those of you that don't know, that is anti-static sheeting, which is very useful to have if you're working on computers on bare floor.
Indeed.
I don't think there are any other little Easter eggs or anything.
No, although I will say about atmosphere and tone, this is a lot of computers
Yeah.
for a doc's office.
This room here is evocative of
System shock
what,
to me,
well,
honestly.
that and what we're going to be wandering through in about 15 minutes. So, actually less than that. And finally we see another human.
Oh, hi. Didn't hear you come in. Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping
Important
me right
line.
Is
Yes.
this part of your thesis work?
now. Yeah. It's a study I'm doing with my colleague, Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction to help people like you. Oh, did you take the tracer fluid?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Great. Well, we can start whenever you're ready.
Just adjusting my chair a little bit. Okay. And that is the very last that we will,
See of Mr. Munchie.
well, not a Munchie, but the very last we'll see of the world unaltered.
All right. Let me just get this out of the way. You are Simon Jarrett, correct?
Right.
Correct.
Canada, Munchie. Born 1988, July 16.
Right.
Flat neurograph, version 6. Good. All files in order.
Will this hurt?
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture taken.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
That's so.
Another important line.
Now, let's hope they're wrong. Ready?
Let's hope you don't wake up in an underwater hellscape. Sorry if I'm kind of spoiling this for people who haven't seen it before. And then, in the space of a moment...
What happened?
Comfort zone discarded forever.
Hello?
We're officially in the shit.
Mr. Lucci?
Not in
Did
Kansas
something go
anymore.
wrong?
Flip, like, just within the space of a second.
Which I thought was brilliant.
Very effective.
Gave me goosebumps. Give me
Amnesia,
goosebumps now.
Funny.
You knew you were kind of going into a shitty situation before you were actually stuck in it. This, it's just, it happens.
And now there's no safety.
There's
no
blood everywhere.
How did I get here?
dive suits.
Yeah, weird ass dive suits.
I just need to stay calm.
The whole aesthetic just
No need to make things
Well,
completely
and
changes immediately.
we'll go back to what I was mentioning about the color palette. Oppressive but vibrant.
Yeah.
This is oppressive and gray. There's no vibrancy here. We see the greens and reds of our protagonist's apartment in lines on the wall and smears of blood.
It took me a while to figure out how to get out of this room, by the way. It's just another example of frictional leaving small clues.
And one of the things, too, I want to say, I enjoy that we're already getting some character from our lead, and that he could panic and is doing a decent job of remaining calm right now. And we hear that from him. That
Yeah.
He's keeping it together.
Here's some familiarity here. We've got, signs in English. You probably recognize the do not enter sign. So that establishes for us that we're still in the world we recognize. We're not on an alien planet. We're not,
It's probably
some
Earth.
kind of alternate reality. And then we got these data buffer things.
Oh, it's working better than expected. They're having a really hard time getting the doors open.
I'll permaseal as many as you can, rather not take any chances.
Roger. Did you cut off the factory floor?
All done? Should keep
Yes,
it for now.
and don't call me
I'll
Roger.
walk out the comm center.
Just make sure to leave a way out of here.
Trust me, I'll get you the data safe and sound. We just need to make sure we leave enough power running so we don't have to return.
I hear that. See you back at camp.
And the other interesting thing is, it never explains how you're able to interface with that. But Simon has that line. How did I do that? Like, he sort of lampshades it as the term goes. That like, yeah, you don't know how he did that. He doesn't know how he did that. So you aren't left wondering about it.
That's not a good look. Leaking, dripping, oozing oil.
Yeah, the black fluid throughout the facility is a very it's evocative of blood, also evocative of like the fact that Simon is aware that his brain is bleeding, which I thought was an interesting touch.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We see, that is not a standard latrine.
Yeah.
It's not.
Nope. I think you can probably tell that you're underwater from the first room.
Those
if
suits.
you look closely at the suits.
Those suits are high-tech dive suits.
Yeah,
it's reasonably
it's not
clear.
a space suit. It's definitely a wetsuit.
And look at the boots.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think those are oxygen tanks.
That's what they evoke to me.
Yeah.
They might not be, but that's what they look like.
Of course, when I first played this, I was crouching and sneaking around the entire time because I was sure something was going to jump out and kill me immediately. I do now know where the things that are going to jump out and kill me are, but if you're watching this for the first time, we're not going to tip you off. So, you can have the full experience of not knowing if we're about to die. Robots, of course, and we have the distortion effect that kind of replaces the insanity effect from the first Amnesia.
I just love the oppressive sense of foreboding that is just...
Oh, yeah.
permeating this right now. Like, in my opinion, you can really...
Can you talk? Can you talk like the others? some structure, Joe? Yeah, you do. So weird. Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna shut you down now, okay? Yeah, you're creepy as hell, so I'm gonna shut you down.
And should not have said that. And one of them is gone now.
SOMA does a genius job of putting you in Simon's shoes.
Oh yeah.
And feeling a fragment of what he must be feeling right now. Like that that is a brilliant sequence right there.
If you're not watching this video with headphones, you really should
be.
Because the way they use the audioscape and the lighting and everything all together,
that is a tip from the game.
Yes, it's telling us to crouch. Luckily, I know that it can't actually get out of there unless we let it. So, I'm not exactly experiencing the level of terror, which was not insignificant, that I had when I first played.
Oh,
this game.
I was thoroughly wigged out
because I know most of the cues. We will get to some parts that are just scary regardless.
But I mean, I just want to I want to offer a shout out to that moment. You're just poking around, you hear a thud, and with one unmissable visual cue are made aware that you are not alone. And that leads into that whole segment we just experienced. Something is trying to get through locked doors. You can't mistake that you're in the middle of a situation that is probably life or death.
Yep. Okay, now I think it is safe to come open this door now.
And can you imagine the feeling of doing that after hearing something bang on it?
The first time I opened it too quick and he killed me. That was actually the first time I died in this game. So you have to like wait for him to leave the room, which is a little bit cheap on the developer's part. Because it's very easy to just die without knowing what you did wrong. But frictional, that's always kind of been an issue for them, is communicating to the player what is and is not a good decision. So we do have the Omni tool now.
And one of the things about the Omni...
Get our first glimpse of a deceased human being.
Very thoroughly deceased.
Thoroughly deceased, to which some very bad things have happened that we are left to contemplate. And the monster is now loose, but I don't believe this is like Alien Isolation. I don't believe it will actually hunt us. Which, by the way, that's another game we should do for Loresworn After Dark.
We will.
Yeah.
We plan on being quite prolific with Loresworn After Dark. We're going to be doing a lot of these at a good pace, is the plan.
Yeah. Okay, now I just need to get my bearings on where I am in the facility.
One of the things, too, to point out is the Omni tool is clearly a piece of advanced technology. At least that's what it
That's true, yeah.
You're
kind of introduced pretty early on to the idea that...
Console Optimum 3, including pilot seat.
I also love these, like, garbled text things that you see as well. System status, Omni tool. Don't have a tool chip. We don't have a Cortex chip. Unlock the toolbox. Well, I might as well watch the orientation video.
I know they told you that field technicians would get full access throughout Pathos 2. I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to get in your way. We need you guys to keep this place up and running, but there needs to be at least some level of security on these things. I don't want to hear you barge into some quarantined area at Omicron and just knock down the whole place with some virus, or whatever the hell they're doing over there. This is what you can do. You'll be able to use it to open doors. Basically all of them. If you can't, there's something wrong or someone didn't want you in there. Then what do? You shove that Omni tool into a terminal and see if you can't get around it somehow. I mean, sometimes you'll need to get into places where you don't belong. Just find a way. You're an engineer for crying.
It's an interesting employee training strategy.
I know.
Sometimes you're gonna have to get into places you don't belong.
That's about it, really. My name is John Strohmeyer, Pathos 2 security officer.
Sometimes you're gonna have to divide protocol at this advanced scientific facility.
Good luck.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, I mean, we're pretty early on introduced to the idea that this is not technology we're used to. This is either some sort of government black ops site, or we have found ourselves in a different time, perhaps. So we're going to manage our tool chip, we're going to update the software, updating security ciphers.
Tool chip security cipher.
That's one heck of a smartphone.
Yes, it is. It's a bit larger than a smartphone.
Yeah, one would call that a utilitarian brick.
Yes.
And just to remind you, in case you forgot, we are not alone as we wander this facility.
Yes.
Something is in here with us.
I do happen to know roughly how to avoid it, and actually we'll exercise that knowledge now. It still gets my heart rate up.
Oh, I know.
The sound design is just so good.
The atmospherics are incredible.
That even though I know what it is and how not to get killed by it, I am still very much on edge for much of the game.
You know, it's funny. TJ was in the room, my first playthrough with of SOMA.
Oh yeah.
And we call that my Han Solo playthrough.
Yep.
Because I basically stormed through it without any real regard to safety or what was going on, and didn't really get into trouble ever.
Yeah, it was pretty astonishing actually. And now we have all these
sketches,
messed up fish pictures, black and different thick structure gel they can't shake. So it's explaining to us that something is interfering with the wildlife, and if you put that together with the statement about structure gel from the audio log earlier, you can assume this black goo is doing something to the marine creatures. Let's see. Can't interface with this, but we do have a data buffer.
I'm here.
Ready to let it go yet?
I guess so.
Plenty of opportunity to go down on the fishes back at Theta.
I'm gonna miss this place.
Focus on one.
Come on. We've worked here for years. You're not even gonna miss it a little bit?
A power plant full of psychotic machines. Don't mind the vehicle.
That's cold, man. It's not Upsilon's fault it got swarmed.
Whatever. Seal that thing and get back to camp already.
Roger that.
So we just escaped from there, and we already have some answers. We know that the power plant got swarmed by psychotic machines of some kind.
And that casualty lists were total.
Which,
I think that is heavily implied, too.
By the way, the power plant is where we are currently headed.
Again, another important thing to note is survivors don't appear to be in a large supply.
Yes.
Shoot, it still gets my heart rate up, man.
I know.
Shit.
Oh, do we have to use the... I was going to try to do the playthrough where you don't use these at all.
I think you might have to use
we have to
them.
do it at least once, yeah.
Here.
The story almost does not make any sense if you don't ever use these things, so...
Ah! What was that?
It was some crazy shit, man. That's what it was.
Doesn't hurt me.
And, of course, the ventilation shaft segments, which... we should discuss later... something... There's a salient point about the ventilation shaft segments in this game that I found almost amusing, but I don't want to give it away before we get a little further in the game.
I think I know what you're talking about, and we can definitely have that conversation, but not quite yet.
Yeah. So, not good what's happening right now. I'm not on board with it.
We're not alone in the vents either.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. in terms of sheer terror, like a game like Alien Isolation might take the cake over this, but I don't know that I was ever filled with the same amount of dread.
Yeah, Frictional does dread really well.
And, like, eeriness.
Like, they make you just hate your life, and you want to keep going because you want to see the end of the game, but you're like, I don't like this right now. I am stressed out to the point that I want to uninstall this and go outside and not think about it for a long time.
A frictional game is an experience.
Yeah.
It's almost not about... I mean, don't get me wrong, I think they're a blast, but it's almost not about the fun. It's about the experience.
I have never finished one without having to constantly tab out and just, like...
take breaks.
Watch a video on YouTube, like, that's about something very non-stressful. Like, I seriously have to do that
And
to
you know
make it
what's
through.
funny? What's funny there, man, is you are being, at least to a degree, educated in how you handle this stuff. Like, if in this exact situation, like, how would you react? How would you be going through it? You're getting a taste of how you handle stress, and I think that's brilliant.
So the fact that a word bubble pops up on this tells you that there's something messed up going on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, so that's super messed up.
It is clearly plugged in, though, as we can see.
Yeah, I think we have to kill him.
You have to.
Some of them you have a choice, but...
And now it pleads for its life.
I need it. Why? I was okay. Okay.
That is one of the eerier moments I've experienced in a game.
And it's not even that you think you're going to die, it's just like, holy crap, what did I just do?
Realizing how just 10 shades of fragged this world is.
I also like that there are buttons that not in this specific case, but there are buttons that don't really do anything, which makes me feel like it's more of a real world. Like, you'd be hitting buttons that don't do anything before you found what the right thing to do was.
Yeah. I mean, Simon doesn't know what he's doing as he wanders around this facility.
Okay. So,
welcome to the jungle.
To get the suspense up, I will tell you that this is the first area where we can, like, seriously die if we mess up. Not like thing jumps out of a door and kills you and haha, I bet you didn't see that coming, but where it will actually require some skill to not die.
The frictional cat and mouse game begins.
You
or you could do it like I did it and just go YOLO and run through the entire area and get lucky.
There you go. And here's some world building right here. Lisbon, Portugal, offline. Spain, offline.
What's happening? Hello? Is there anyone there?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. Absalom, what's going on?
And this is the kernel of hope
I have
moments.
no idea. I just sort of woke up here.
In the room right now?
It was like a seat with a helmet.
Is that right? What's your name?
I'm Simon Jarrett.
And what do you... damn relays. Where are you now?
Someplace dealing with electrical power. I'm not sure if it's a plant or a transformer.
Yeah, you're probably in the thermal plant somewhere. You want to go upstairs to the comm center. It's the room with the dome ceiling.
Hey, look, this place is not... There's something seriously wrong here.
No shit.
Hello?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. We lost another relay. Just listen, head for the comm center upstairs. I'll wait here.
So a kernel of hope that there's another person alive down here that we might just be able to interact with like a normal person. Which is a great way to drive you forward when you're in a fucked up situation like this.
It is, truly. And you know another thing, her tone I enjoyed. Like,
yeah, because
she is a fraction as wigged out as you are.
Yeah, she's calm, she's matter of fact, she makes you feel like
she's in control.
This chick knows what she's doing. If I can find her, I can, get out of here. And the freaking bridge gimmick that they've used in every single frictional game so far. Where you're like, oh shit, I don't want to go down there, and then you try to cross a bridge, and then, oh look, you are down there. Okay. So there is a creature around here. I believe he's in that direction if my sound card is installed correctly. If it's not, we might be dead quicker than I expected. You can see him. There we go.
So that thing is not going to be fun to encounter, so we're going to avoid it.
Yes. Luckily, he has a very communicative spotlight on the ground that tells us where his vision extends. And I was not nearly this chill the first time I did this.
And you know what? He's well designed, because in the end, he's basically just a glorified forklift. I mean,
yep.
But is there really any question that that thing will hurt us if it catches up to us?
None at all. Oh, and the steam pipes. I forgot about those. And you can hear him coming, so you have to shut that thing really quick. Not sure if you could hear it over the steam, but yeah.
He will come up and take you by surprise from behind if you let him.
Taking you by surprise from behind is not a thing you want to happen.
Not in a frictional game, not ever.
Not in real life, yeah. That's unless you're into that and you have discussed it with your
proper consent is attained.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got some computer terminals.
This has been Loresworn After Dark public service announcement. The
yes.
more you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Yes. This area irritated the shit out of me the first time I got here because I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do.
And I think that is one of the only critiques I could offer of this game that I find...
And frictional games in general.
Yeah, that I find substantive is oftentimes you just kind of wander around.
So the robots are definitely super killing people. As our Bay Area friends would say, they are hella killing people.
And some of them are being destroyed back. I mean,
yeah.
I get the sense that this wasn't a utterly one-sided machine rebellion.
Yeah.
We see a lot of robot corpses, for lack of a better word, husks.
Now here is another little tell you can find. Is like, oh, this is here. There's going to be a monster in this area. You will learn that when you've played enough frictional games.
He's dead.
We found another guy who was headless, so I don't think it's 0722 that big a deal that there's a dead guy here.
Did you get the final backup turbos going?
Everything is wired evenly. We've hedged our bets as much as we possibly can.
So that's it? Enough power to run Pathos 2 until the next apocalypse. We're ready to go.
I really hope we didn't mess anything up. I don't want to have to come back here again.
Relax, it's over. We're going to Theta.
Maybe we should seal more blocks. I don't trust the helpers to let this place run in peace.
We've sealed everything. Everything.
Well, I'm sorry. Guess we have to stay here while he's talking.
Did you get the final backup turbos going?
Everything is wired evenly. We've hedged our bets as much as we possibly can.
You notice she says, I don't want to have to go back there, which again tells you you're in a place that's not a fun place to be.
I really hope we didn't mess anything up. I don't want to have to come back here again.
Relax, it's over. We're going to Theta.
Maybe we should seal more blocks. I don't trust the helpers to let this place run in peace.
We've sealed everything. Everything from the barracks to the comm center. If anyone ever sets their foot here again, they're gonna have a hell of a time getting around.
Ha ha ha, yep.
I love the sound design, by the way. Like, that just sounded creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Those noises that whatever killed him made? Like, goodness.
Yes. I think there's, like, one hidden thing up here we can find. Theta, turn around. We sealed Epsilon to keep it working. Don't F it up. Carl was not my fault. So that would be the dead fellow down there. And, yeah, we have another name badge. 0735. So 0722 and
did you notice weapons on the ground?
I think those are boots.
Oh, they are. That looked like a gun to me.
A boot could be a weapon. On the right foot. I wouldn't say in the right hand. that thing's super broken and we shouldn't have touched it. Is my takeaway from that. Even little stuff like this. Like, they designed these facilities as if people actually used them.
Lived and worked there.
It's not just like, oh, this is designed to look like a video game.
Something is coming.
I don't think it's here yet. But we should probably go to another one of the creepiest parts of this game. This guy.
What the hell happened to you?
What are you?
Are you blind? It's me. Carl Semkin. Wrangler? Any of this sound familiar to you?
No, actually.
Well, thanks for being so helpful. It's not like I'm knocked out on the floor or anything.
Are you human?
Shit, did my body give it away? I try hard staying a mystery. Yeah, I'm human. Are you?
My name is Simon. Do you know anything about this place?
Oh, you knew. That makes this slightly less weird. Look, I'm obviously hurt. If you see anyone else around, just tell them where I am.
So, where are you, exactly?
Are you for real? I'm right here. See me waiting? Look at my hands. Hey, buddy.
Okay. I'm just gonna be. I'm not seeing it. I see a machine, a robot talking.
What the hell are you looking at? I'm here. See?
Okay. I just didn't expect you to look like that.
You're really hung up on appearances, you know that?
How did you hurt yourself?
Not sure. Blacked out pretty bad. Can't remember how I got here.
What do you remember then?
I was in the pilot seat, remoting a UH.
UH?
A universal helper. You know, a robot like these things, but livelier. Anyway, I was just dealing with some heat shields, and that's my last clear memory.
You were remote controlling a robot.
We do it all the time. Robots are too unaware to deal with some stuff. Intuition doesn't grow on motherboards, you know?
Did you maybe get trapped in the robot somehow?
Your mind is pretty tightly wired to the helper, but nah, pretty far-fetched.
Listen, I don't want to alarm you, but I think you might be trapped in a robot.
I'm telling you, get your eyes checked. I'm right here. I see both my hands, both my feet. When you remote, all you see is like a video feed from the helper unit. Your own body is entirely out of the picture. If you see any others, just let them know where I am.
Should I do it? Should I do it just to show the people how bad a decision this is?
It's up to you.
So this is obviously here to encourage you to mess with it. But... yeah, he's not a fan of that.
We just learned something critical.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I think I pulled the wrong lever.
Don't sweat it. Just get me a doctor.
Won't a mechanic make more sense?
You trying to be fucking funny? Give me a minute.
But you're a robot.
Really? The robots have legs, hands, a face. You're delusional.
Okay, calm down. I won't...
Get some fucking help! Go tell the others.
So, yeah, there's something weird going on. Robots think they're people.
And I mean, think they're people? Like, are convinced.
Maybe, yeah, they're pretty thoroughly convinced. Alright, so 0722 and 0735 were the terminal codes we needed to remember. 0722. So I'm logged in as Carl. He has a message about no turning back situation here, but he never sent it. And we can't because there's no link available. So now we can start allocating power. What else does he have? Oh yeah, just a staff list. By the way, Jonsdóttir Vigdís is an awesome Icelandic name. So we want to turn on... I actually can't remember what we want to turn on first. Storage is this over here. I can tell you this isn't like Amnesia where you have to hunt for lamps, so pretty much all you're going to get for more exploring is more information, which is, in a way, its own reward, but it's not essential to explore everything, and in fact, it doesn't change
outcomes.
Your path through the game, or, you know...
It's not dispositive to outcomes.
Yeah. Flow control...
Comm center, I thought, was important.
Yeah, that's right. So a bunch of these don't work. Flow control, I know we can go in there, and I think there's something we need in there. If you see me sprinting, it means I know we're not in danger for this segment.
Imminent danger.
Yeah. Okay, read this. Restrain the system. If you pull the lever, there's no turning back. Make sure you want it bad enough. Well, we do want to finish the game. So that's an argument.
And Simon, as a character, would not know the stakes of his decisions. He just wouldn't.
Yes. And when you see me crouching, it means we are now in danger. This part was actually super difficult the first time. So that thing from down below has found its way up here.
Has rejoined us.
I'm going to attempt something that's an expert move and you should never attempt on your own. Just to dodge around the back of him without looking at him. It's an effective move, but not an easy one to pull off. Okay. Status, everything is working, event log, Quake disrupts plateau, Lambda blackout, Omicron blackout. You can look at the dates and times on these to kind of assemble the story of what happened. Power output went way down. Between 2013 and 2014.
Which is, it seems like that's about when this place went.
We're not going to panic. We're just going to stand here. It's very close to us right now. It's going to turn around and go away. So we're going to use sound cues.
We are. Playing it the way that they intended.
Okay.
Goodness.
Stressful, yes. So now we need to turn on power to the comm center. Where is the thing? There it is.
And get up there.
So we're going to do another advanced move here.
You need to pull the lever, don't you?
Yeah, but first I need to wait for it to go away. And not look at it under any circumstances. Okay, there it is.
Some seriously effective horror going on right now, guys.
Yeah. Not gonna look at it. Just gonna hold still.
Man.
It has the light on us, but we're not moving and we're not looking at it, so we're okay. We're all okay.
We're not registering as a threat.
We're not gonna die right now. It's not something that's gonna happen. Actually, I think I might have aggroed it. But seeing as we're on the stairs, it can't actually get to us. So
you're gonna need to go for that lever and run.
Yeah, we're losing sanity at an alarming rate, or whatever the version of robot sanity they have is in this game.
Can you hit the lever from there?
No.
Nope.
So we died. We super died is what happened. And now we just need to get the fuck out of here. Go, 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 go. Close it. Close it. Close the fucking door. Close the fucking door. Okay. Alright, we're good.
Close it.
We're good. We're good. We're all good here. We're having a good time.
That's some tension right there.
That is some tension. I'm disappointed we died that early, because I wanted to try to do a no-death run. So, restoring files.
Thwarted.
So the rule of thumb that if you don't look at it, it won't attack you works some of the time, is what I've learned.
How's evac coming along? We got everything we need to move, but we can't leave the plant without supervision. Adams decided to leave Amy, Asaro, and Kalsanka to execute the automatization process.
And I bet they're thrilled about it.
I just wanted to let you know we're on schedule, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, I'll pass it on the whole check. Jonesy, lovely morning for an evac, am I right?
It will do. I wanted to introduce you to Amy and Cal. They'll be doing the talking as soon as I leave for Theta. Say hello.
Hey, Theta.
Hello.
Hey, guys, I'm Peter Strasky, dispatcher at Theta. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
The lack of stress in them is just ominous to me.
Yeah?
All right, Jonesy, have a safe trip.
Hey, hello? Theta?
Upsilon, what's up?
We could really use some direct contact with Heather. Site service engineer Wolchek.
Direct links are almost impossible to establish. The Lumar relays are basically junk at this point. You can send messages via the comm center, and if you want, I'm pretty much always here, ready to relay anything by hand. I know it's a shitty system, but it's all that works right now.
All right, we just have to make do. Catch you later. Hello? Peter, was it?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
We're getting out. I just want to tell you that I'm going to seal the comm center now, so this is definitely the last you'll hear from us. If we don't show up in the next couple of hours, send in the cavalry.
Hang on, what's happening? It's still the same plan, right?
Yeah. We'll head for the shuttle and ride it directly to Theta.
Okay, good. I'll rally the troops for a welcome party.
That's what I like to hear.
How do you think that went?
I'm thinking it didn't go great, because this is a frictional game and everything is super messed up. Alright, so we're going to need to log in here. If you remember, the person we were talking to was at, where was it, actually? Omicron?
I think so.
Gotta zero in on the signal. Okay, it wasn't Omicron. Was it, we're at Upsilon right now.
Theta?
Might have been Theta. Oh, I was typing in the number of meters, not the actual communication code. I think Theta is much later in the game. It's one of these.
Lambda?
Phi, Tau, Delta... Maybe it was Lambda.
The stress rattled us a little bit.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey, are you there? I found the dome ceiling.
Oh, that's better. Simon, was it?
Jarrett, Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
I probably have some. What do you want to know?
Where to even begin? I mean, what is this place? How did I get here? And why do the robots talk like they're people?
Well, you're at Upsilon, clearly. Have you never been there before? Where did you work?
The Grimoire in Toronto. Is that really important?
No, I mean, where did you work at Pathos 2?
I don't know what that is.
That's unexpected. Did you come directly from Toronto?
Yeah, I did. And it was very unexpected.
Have you seen any people? Like staff or field technicians?
Only robots. Crazy ones.
This is also strange.
You're telling me.
She's so nonplussed by it, though.
I know, her.
What was that? Whoa!
What's going on?
I think this place is about to collapse. What do I do?
Simon, come
Panic
Lambda.
mode. Get on the furniture. Get on the furniture.
So if you didn't hear it, she just told us to come find her.
Yes.
Shit! Where should I? Oh, fuck!
So that's not good. What is also not good is that's the end of episode 1. We'll be back with episode 2 shortly here. If you're watching this, you probably can find a link to it at the end of this video. What do you think so far of the first segment of SOMA?
Wonderful. Like, when you talk about a master class of setting tone, of building world, and of establishing sort of an omnipresent dread. Like, my goodness. It's just, the pacing is brilliant. It takes you right into the mess. The stress levels ratchet quick. And it doesn't let you off the hook, much like the Amnesia games.
I always admire the subtle world building that Frictional manages to do, and it's in this game in particular. We'll see it more and more as we go on, but the way that they have a story to tell you, but they give it to you in like small slivers in a weird order where you just have to like lay all these pieces on top of each other and put them together to figure out what actually went on where you are.
Almost like System Shock 2 on steroids.
Yeah, they're masters of that type of storytelling. And combining that with obviously the horror elements and the tension and the uneasiness and the way the game is paced. I really enjoyed this game. Like I said, it was my game of the year for 2015. So
we look forward to more episodes of Loresworn After Dark and plunging deeper into the depths of and I mean that literally.
Yeah. So go ahead and click on episode 2 if you dare.
Like and subscribe.
Bow, bow, bow.
Whoa.